In the 1980s, the regional city of Griffith in southwestern New South Wales was still reeling from the taint of organised crime and the disappearance of anti-drugs campaigner Donald Mackay. Little did the residents know that a serial killer with an interest in young children had moved into town. On Saturday, the 29th of September 1984, best mates, 12-year-old Mark Mott and 11-year-old Ralph Burns went to the annual Griffith show at the city's showgrounds. Mark's mother had given him $10 and Ralph's grandfather had given him $20 spending money before sending them off to have fun at the show, but neither Mark nor Ralph returned home. Reporting their disappearance to Griffith Police, the boys' families had assumed that the pair had run off on an adventure. Police inquiries turned up nothing. Mark and Ralph had vanished without a trace. A year later, on the 13th of September 1985, a man was fishing on Lake Wyangan outside Griffith when he hooked an object on the end of his line. It was a boy's shoe. Informing police, divers located the skeletal remains of Mark Mott. On the 30th of November, the skeletal remains of Ralph Burns were found at the lake, half a kilometre from Mark's. Both bodies were wearing only shoes and socks. On the 21st of June, 1986, a group of parents had driven their sons, members of the Albury Eels under-8s rugby league team, 250 kilometres to Jubilee Park in Griffith to attend a carnival. 8-year-old John Purtell was one of the Albury Eels players. After finishing his last game for the day, he made his way to the shower block at Jubilee Park. At the end of the carnival, assuming that John was in one of the cars on the way back to Albury, it was only when the group reached Narrandera, 100 kilometres away, that they realised John was not with them. With John Purtell now missing, police inquiries revealed that a man had been hanging around the shower block at Jubilee Park around the time that he was last seen. From the witness description of the man, a police identikit likeness was released to the media. Alarmed by the likeness, a number of Griffith community members nominated the same man, Michael George Laurence. Aged in his mid-30s, Laurence was born in Sydney in 1950 and had drifted around New South Wales doing odd jobs and volunteer work before arriving in Griffith in 1983. Attending his home on a farm near the village of Hanwood, outside Griffith, police put the allegations to Laurence and were shocked when he admitted to the disappearance of not only John Purtell, but also Mark Mott and Ralph Burns. Tragically for the Purtell family, information supplied by Laurence led to the location of John's body in bushland near Darlington Point, south of Griffith. He had been molested and suffocated. At the time of the Mott and Burns disappearance, Laurence had been living in the rear flat of a house in Griffith's Yarrabee Street when he saw the boys walking home from the showgrounds. He lured them into his flat, with promises of games, where he proceeded to individually molest and drown the boys before dumping their bodies. Despite his full and frank admissions, Laurence pleaded not guilty to murder, arguing he had diminished mental capacity. The jury ignored this to find him guilty of murdering the 3 boys. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with the recommendation that he never be released. At 8:40 a.m. on the 16th of November 1995, Michael George Laurence was found hanging from the bars of the window of his prison cell at Lithgow Jail. A coronial inquest concluded that he had died by his own hand.